both?
Both, yes. A good combo of those two, the old 1-2 would be outstanding.
Welcome to another edition of Here's Why. My name is Jimmy Talbert. I'm joined with Dom Fawcett, executive coach and leadership speaker.
Nailed it.
I got it that time.
Yeah, back to back.
So today we're going to be talking about how you can create a high converting video ad and the strategies of actually making your ad work well, making it high converting, I guess.
High converting is the end goal.
Always is. Anytime you're spending money to get in front of people, you better be getting something out of that.
I would agree.
Whether it's leads, sales, hopefully both.
Both, yes. A good combo of those two, the old 1-2 would be outstanding.
So, Dom, you create a ton of videos.
I do.
I follow you on a couple social
We follow each other.
things. Yeah, that's true.
Yes.
That's true.
I followed you back.
And you create a ton of videos. I know that you've created video ads before.
Yes, very different.
Have they all been successful?
Most of them have not. Why? Because there was at the end of the day, there was no strategy behind it. I think the first video I did, I didn't even address pain points. I tried to wing it like I do like 90% of my videos. Yeah, you don't do that with an ad video.
No, it needs to be structured for sure.
It should be written out.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of scripts in general for myself. Other people, it works for.
Needed
Yeah,
for most.
I'm not a scripted guy. It's driven my business partner and former employers nuts because it's
Just wing. It's from the heart.
stick to it here. Yeah, but no, that's not something that's not the way I make.
It's a horrible habit.
It is, yeah. And so, but with that, an ad is different. An ad or even sales videos are, where there's a very specific end goal in mind as far as what you're trying to drive someone to do.
Right.
That's really, it needs to be scripted. It needs to not just be bullet pointed out.
So, given the experience that you have with ads, do you have a process that you take like customers through or clients through on how to make that happen?
Yeah. So I absolutely do. And this is something, it's not something that I just came up with, I guess. It's something that I learned over time. So a little bit about my background. I spent almost 10 years working in a company called Infusionsoft, which is they do sales and marketing software for small businesses. So both working with my clients and working with Infusionsoft.
Okay.
Was accountable for, I've been accountable for millions of dollars worth of advertising budget and the strategy that went into that messaging. And so you can't spend money like that and have something flop, right?
No, that's around the pond.
And even
angry.
if you test too many things and too many don't work in a row, you get in trouble.
Lose your job.
Yeah, or your business.
Or
if it's your company.
Exactly.
And so with that, I kind of developed a framework that when I follow this recipe, it works, right? And so that's kind of what I want to walk you through. At the end of the day, over the different strategies that I've done for advertising, video still works better than just about anything.
Yes, it does.
It's just a matter of having the framework that engages with people, that connects with them and connects you to them, humanizes your brand, and then drives them to take action.
I like it.
And so that's what we're going to be walking through. So let's go ahead and throw a full screen of the 5 different steps for a second here so you can see it on a visual. And the first thing that you want to do is grab their attention. And the way that you do that, depending on the business, you sometimes just call people out directly. And I've seen that work very effectively. Attention, small businesses. Attention,
sold. Right.
Right. Do you want to be a speaker? Do you, do you call it out directly and grab their attention? Then the next thing is addressing the pain point or the problem that you specifically can help them solve for. And I like to say you want to some degree, agitate that problem.
Do you have an example of what that looks like or sounds like?
Yeah. So, let's say someone's having a tough time creating video ads.
Okay,
right?
there we are.
Just to make it easy, creating video ads can be easy, right? But when you do this and you spend money on this, and you're kind of, like I said, just agitated.
I like to do. How do they do like the ShamWow? Are you tired of leaving streaks in your car?
Yeah, that's right. That's right. And
That makes sense.
That kind of is what you're doing.
Right.
You're just agitating the problem. You got to get video. You got to get camera equipment. You got to get lighting. You got to get your script down. You got to get, and it just goes through. These are the different things that people are feeling, and people who fit the right client
That makes
are going to
sense.
be feeling those problems. So surely what your what problems you solve for. If not, on the plug on whynotresults.com, we'll throw a link down as well. You can download our brainstormer guide, which helps you come up with different call to actions and things like that, and how to frame those out. So grab their attention, introduce the problem, agitate it, and then build a connection, and then you want to kind of transition into the solution.
And not an awkward like stop next phase. Like
No,
okay.
it should flow smoothly.
This is why you write this stuff down
That's right.
before you go live on camera.
Yeah, no one hates reading a teleprompter more than me. But
When it comes to ads, like
You
now,
kinda
I
need
use
to.
I use a teleprompter.
yeah. That's stuff that we've talked about off camera. So again, the third step is the connecting with your audience and then transitioning into the solution. It's sort of the transition phase. And a good rule of thumb to follow is the feel, felt, found.
Ooh, I like that.
Right?
3S. That sounds like my report card in 5th grade. But anyways, I digress.
And so with that, I've felt this problem that you're feeling. I've been there, or I've had a lot of clients, right? Feel that, and I've taken it upon myself to create I've found that this is what works, and going from there. And that is just it's a simple transition into.
It's fluid. It's normal conversation.
That's right, and that's what it should be, because you're not sitting there with them, and so you're just having a 30 second to 1 minute conversation with them, and hopefully they're going to do something, and then it's a smooth transition into the actual solution that you provide. So hey, go here and fill out this form, and here's what you're gonna get. I created this training, this free
Specifically
class for people who do this.
Free is a great word.
I created this ebook. I created this.
That's another one. Ebooks are great.
They're
Lead
common.
gens, yes.
Again, yeah. You want ideas on this? The brainstormer guide. We'll get to there. And then addressing and being very specific about the call to action.
Click the link below.
Click the link below. Yeah, fill out the form. That's one thing that I've heard a lot of people. I guess that's a mistake that I've seen a lot of people make, is they don't want to be too pushy. Hey, this is the time, but when you're paying for exposure in front of people,
Yes.
it's the time to be a little bit pushy and just tell them what to do.
People want to be pushed.
That's
People
right.
want to be led. I mean, that's really what it is. Yeah, people want to. Leadership is influence. People want to be influenced into making a decision. Right? You go
Completely agree.
to a restaurant. I do all the time. I don't want to read the menu. What do you suggest? Well, today's special. I'll take it.
Yeah. What's your favorite thing on the menu?
Exactly. I'm going to
ask
take
that
it.
at restaurants all the time, because they know what's good.
Right. I'm not going to sit here and read 50 items, but at Cheesecake Factory, I just ask them what's their favorite.
And then, where you should have an idea of, things like how your ad's going to be structured. Are they clicking or are they filling out a link? So this is another thing that I see is people will make a video. So let's say that they want people to fill out a form so that you get them as a lead. They'll create one video, and that video sits on the ad, and then it sits on the landing page. Well, you really have two different opportunities here, and what I've seen work and be very effective is kind of creating a 30-second version of the video for the ad itself. Correct. What sits on whatever platform, on Facebook, wherever. And then once they click, it opens up a page. And that page, you can get away with now 1.5 minutes.
Oh, yeah,
To
easy.
where you can dig in deeper, or 5 minutes, or whatever. I wouldn't make it too long.
Yeah, definitely not. And you talk about mistakes people make. I see people do this. In the 30-second video, click the link in my bio, and then they take that same video for Instagram, and they put it on Facebook as opposed to recording the same content with a different type of call to action in the moment that you're recording. That's why when you write this stuff down, and you can use let's just say you're using a phone. You can use an app called maybe IQ, I-C-U-E, and it's a teleprompter app. And the teleprompter reads up your phone, and then you're looking in the camera, so you can, phone's far enough away, you can talk into the phone. Well, earpiece would help.
Yeah, I've seen I've seen you use that app and
create
very effective. I don't know if that's the one that you use all the time, but I've seen you run the teleprompter right off your phone, and again, it looks natural.
From Smart Pro. Now it does take practice, but that's where you just
reading a teleprompter in general. It takes practice.
Reading takes practice.
Yeah,
It's fundamental.
That's true. Again, I tend to memorize things more than because I know that that's not a skill that I've as far as reading the teleprompter and going at a consistent speed. That's just not something that I have mastered just yet.
Well, you don't have to. Normally, you're the guy behind the camera teaching somebody
That's right.
how to do that. I'm the guy in front of the camera so understand this. I use teleprompter all of the time for scenarios such as ads. Why? Because the first 3 ads I did flopped. And you'll find, this is in my experience, when I'm using a teleprompter and I'm pacing myself, I'm able to convey a very natural message without sounding like I don't know what I'm talking about. So that's why I use it. You can use a phone, you can come into a studio like Why Not Results and use all their cameras and stuff. But I would practice. And I think you brought this up. People do not do the call to action. We call it pushy sales. What did somebody tell me the other day? If you're not selling, you're telling.
You're absolutely right. And again, I think giving people credit for they'll know to click the button based on your message, they probably won't. Every time I've been more direct in an ad, and it's not pushy to just say, if you're feeling this, this, and this, and you want this, then fill out the form below. Click the link below. Buy now. Do whatever.
It's like the green light. Like all the stuff that you do is red light, red light, red light, red light, and then green light. You're telling them to go.
That's right. Yeah, and I would imagine if you watched the stats on that video, like in Wistia, I'm always looking at the stats as far as how many people finish different things. Wistia.
Oh, is that an app?
It's a video streaming platform. So you're not hosting it on something like YouTube or whatever. But we all host stuff there. But again, for this sort of thing,
okay, next level.
You get deep analytics, so you can see how long, what parts of your video. So if someone's skipping ahead, you can see, hey, they're watching these sections a lot, and it allows you to dial in your message.
I like that.
That's probably more in depth than we need to go into right now.
Hey, somebody watching this might go to Wistia. How do you spell that?
Wistia, W-I-S, Wistia.
Google it. Why not?
Yeah,
Let's try it out.
Yeah. Whatever it sounds like.
It's probably what
video
it is.
Streaming, and you'll find it.
There it is. Done and done.
This is not an ad for Wistia.
No, it's not. I just never heard of it.
But
it sounds pretty cool.
You just called to action for people.
Yeah, there it is.
Created a call to action.
Or I think what another place to go is Why Not Results. That's I can spell that.
Yeah, just like it's spelled.
Yes.
But yeah, and that is the type of thing that we help our clients with, because the reality is, with advertising in general, you might create something that is really, really effective for a while. But even if your market doesn't change, even if your product doesn't change, the ad stops becoming as effective.
It does. It's like old pair of drawers. Like, you got to change them.
I mean, how many? I'm sure you see brands. I know I do. That they literally have the same video or the same ad that they had a year ago. And I know that doesn't sound like a tremendous amount of time, but
even
I've already seen it.
Yeah, even like 90 days. And don't just. And I've also found the more imperfect, the better. Like, if you can get somebody to hold your phone while you're walking and talking into your camera, or movement, or for example, this, you got words going across the top of the screen.
Hayden, do a bunch of different camera angles here for us.
I know, not too fast there, Speedy.
But yeah, making it dynamic is
was that dynamic?
What you're referring to.
That was dynamic.
So back this one way out.
Yes.
So you'll notice throughout this video, we've had a bunch of different angles and different things happening. That's intentional.
There's
that
like 50
holds
people
people's
moving
attention.
cameras right now as we speak.
But it's effective.
It's attention grabbing. Like, I don't watch videos from. I create a lot of videos. I don't watch anything past 7 seconds, and I don't like see something move. I'm done.
Yeah. There's a reason why in movies and shows and commercials they're jumping around and
Yeah.
there's different angles of different people doing different things. That's a lot of difference.
That was a difference. I like that. Speaking of different, this guy. Okay.
So yeah, another solid tip. Any other tips that you would recommend or things that you see people do wrong?
Yes, they don't practice before they get on set to do their ad. They don't drink water. They don't really have, and we can talk about this in a later video, but they don't really have a brand of anything.
That's
After the video, I see a video, I'm not buying. I'm going to their Instagram or their Facebook or YouTube
Right.
to see who else follows them.
yeah. A little bit more about the company.
Yes.
Right. Yeah.
Very important. I'm not going to their website, so I mean it's a good place to start. But understand that if you do this and you follow the steps of getting the attention and introducing a problem and the other 3 steps, if you follow that and hey, you saw where I was going with that,
Yeah.
and it doesn't work the first time, that is totally fine.
Right.
Like, it's never going to work the first time.
That's okay.
It's
Yeah.
totally fine.
Yeah,
I think practice is really practice and not being discouraged when something doesn't work. It may just not. I've done video ads two years ago, and I've started posting them recently, and they're doing well. Right? It's just the timing wasn't there, and that's
Right.
totally fine.
Whether it was the timing within your brand or
Oh,
just within the
that's
market.
huge. Within my brand, right? My brand wasn't where I didn't have a radio show. I wasn't a radio show host then. I wasn't on TV then. But now you leverage some of those things. Now people start to pay more attention.
Right, which comes back to other segments we've done where we just talk about building your brand
Right.
while using video and using that through your social media to grow that following, and that comes with regularly posting things that are enticing or appealing to your ideal client or ideal customer.
I like it.
So, anything else?
I think they like this episode. You've given them so much. Like, there's a lot to do in the short period of time that we spoke.
Yeah, there
Like,
is.
when you start implementing this stuff, you're like, oh, I need to take a nap, a winter's nap. Anyways,
Well, we'll throw a form in the description if that's the type of thing you'd like some assistance
Totally.
with. Again, we're happy to help and we can walk you down that road. So, thank you so much for watching today. Make sure to give us a thumbs up and subscribe if you're not following us already. And on that note, thank you so much, and we'll see you next time.